So alhamdulillah, finally we have the actual keys to the actual place. Alhamdulillah, we've closed off on the deal. So I did my round of dropping off local packages that are kind of within kind of 20 to 30 minute drive away from me. I had to drop some of them off because I knew that raw mail would take quite a while because of the pandemic, as well as it was Christmas and New Year's, so everything's kind of delayed at the moment. They're probably just catching up on things, so I thought, let me drop anything that's local. And then I collected new stock, so I've got 3 huge boxes in my boot, and you could probably hear my kids snoring, yeah, because it's quite late. So now I have to figure out how to get the 2 girls out of the car. They're quite heavy at the same time in the house. I am knackered, and it's yeah, it's time to go to bed and then start all over again tomorrow, inshallah. So this is probably why I get a little bit upset when you know, the couriers don't do their job on time, and then customers complain to me about packages taking a little bit too long sometimes. And the reason I get upset and it gets to me is because, you know, I play my part and I work really hard to do my part well. So when the couriers don't do their part, it really does make me upset. And I just wish that my customers understood that, you know, sometimes it's out of my hands. But when it's in my hands, I do my best. So yeah, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. So it's literally been probably 8 months to a year since I first started recording and kind of documenting the process of finding a warehouse or workspace or a shop. So alhamdulillah, finally we have the actual keys to the actual place. Alhamdulillah, we've closed off on the deal. And you know, it's been a very long process. It's been over a year since the pandemic, 2020 to 2021, and we are now in Ramadan 2021, alhamdulillah. Sorry if I'm looking a complete mess. I've been running on like 3 hours sleep for the past probably month, I want to say. Yeah, definitely a month. So subhanallah, where do I start? Obviously the place, you know, alhamdulillah, we've seen so many places, some good, some bad. Some places in Green Street, for example, there were shops that literally were divided into like little tiny cabinets for so many different other shops, and they were offering, you know, as a commercial space, they were offering just something with like a shed looking roof. And I just thought, wow, like this is not even a commercial property. And I thought I'm never gonna find a space that I'm looking for, because, you know, I just wanted you know, a huge open space where I can do photo shoots, I can have someone packing the orders, an office corner, a corner with like a sofa and a coffee table, a changing room for customers to come and you know, try stuff on, and obviously the main storage of the stock. Yeah, but subhanallah, seeing some of the things that we saw, like some of them were just a complete mess, and I was losing hope. So when we were looking at the spaces, there was one space in particular that was massive. It was 800 square feet, and it was absolutely perfect, except that the bathroom wasn't inside, so it was at a private one, and it was on the first floor, so we had to walk up the stairs. But it was opposite East London Masjid, which is amazing, because, you know, that's where, you know, I could go and do the khutbah, I can and stream it live on Instagram and all these kind of things. But unfortunately we didn't end up going ahead with that. But alhamdulillah, the place that we did get isn't too far, and it's a little bit smaller, but we get a separate office with it, and we also get our own private bathroom and our own private like not kitchenette, just like a, you know, little area where we can have, you know, like you can make coffee and stuff. And then I was kind of going back and forth and kind of thinking, maybe I don't need a place. Obviously I dedicated a whole room in my house to the business, and obviously I had stock all over the house as well, for storage. And I thought, well, when you look at it from a business perspective, getting a place, a huge amount of space, and kitting it out, and with like shelving or whatever, and storing lots and lots of inventory or stock, and just letting it sit there until it somehow sells. You can do that for 6 months, let's say, with one batch of stock. But at the same time, you can sell all that stock in 1 month. But you still kind of make the same profit, and you've still sold the same stock. But it's taking you, one can take you 6 months and one can take you, a month. So I thought, what, instead of getting a bigger place, why don't I just try and move it faster? And then I realized that's actually, time, that's when I realized time is money. But subhanAllah, with the business, everything, I did manage to speed it up and flip things a lot faster. So, through that period, things are moving real fast now. So in the beginning, when I was recording previously, getting a commercial space or like a workspace it wasn't a necessity. It was more like it would be nice to. But now it's got to a point, alhamdulillah, it's got to a point where, it's a necessity. I need to get out. My house is just full. It's completely full. There's no space. And even my car is full. And I'm going to show you a little picture here that's really cute. It's just completely full up. SubhanAllah. So for me to be able to work efficiently, and anyone that comes and works with me as well, for them to work efficiently, we need a lot more space so we can organize the workspace. And also another benefit of getting a commercial property is that when you employ staff and they come to your house to work, I feel like it's a little bit unprofessional. It's a little bit, I feel too relaxed, and I feel like it's a bit too personal to in my personal space. Alhamdulillah, I've had some beautiful sisters come and work from my home. But if you want to develop a good work ethic, I think it's very important to have a workspace that's dedicated, obviously, only to work, not to living. So, and obviously also for myself, just to kind of switch off, because I feel like I've got to a point where the business is kind of, I do want to keep it separate now. Like before, I would live the business. I would work all hours of the night and the day. But because it's so much now, there's just so much to do, and I'm wearing maybe 8 hats right now. Even though I do have certain staff working as well, I am still wearing 8 hats on a daily basis, and that's really hard to keep changing around and then still being able to switch off in the evening, or switch off when it's family time. So I keep saying to my kids, look, I know mummy's really busy, and you know what, they've been so, subhanAllah, my kids have been so patient with me, alhamdulillah, especially my son. But they completely understand. They're very excited for what mummy's doing, and they participate in obviously the modelling and a little bit of the day-to-day running and the packing and sticking the stickers on the packages. But alhamdulillah, so all of this is going on, and alhamdulillah, I'm on time. I'm just driving to I need to drop my sister and her husband to the airport. Family duties still have to come in somewhere and fit in. So alhamdulillah, I'm very excited to move into this new space, and I'm recording it all for you guys. I'm gonna kind of document it all for you, because I want you to see the behind the scenes and see what really goes on, and how much effort we put in the background, even though sometimes it might look like these businesses are very small businesses, but there is, just for a small business, there is a lot of effort and energy going into it to make it work and to make it function. And to be honest, past few weeks I've been really slacking in my business, not because I want to. That's why I'm running on literally 3 hours of sleep, some days no sleep, because for me to be able to pack all the orders, that takes my whole day. And then aside from that, there's emails, there's returns I have to deal with, there's a lot of the wholesale, speaking to suppliers, designs, accounts, finances, and then you've got the general administration of the actual company, dealing with shipping companies and just literally everything. because you've got shipping from the wholesalers, from the suppliers, then you've got shipping to people. There's just so much to do, and the daytime is taken up just packing orders. So because there's so much on me at the moment, you know, I'm pushing myself to that absolute limit, which I think number one has taught me to sometimes just cut off, just keep the business separate and keep the problems of the business separate for a separate time, for a separate day, even though it's every day, right? But you know, and yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. So because I've been running to my absolute maximum capacity at this point, I feel like certain parts of the business are slacking, especially things like returns, the emails. I've got another sister who's helping with the emails at the minute. MashaAllah, she's been amazing. So yeah, my social media, my content situation is really suffering at the minute, really suffering. Especially since the sister that was working with me, she's gone abroad. Even though she's responsible for majority of the kind of creative side of things, she still used to help me out here and there. But alhamdulillah, this, you know, it's a process, and I feel like as soon as I get into a new workspace and this, you know, get all of this up and running. We got the keys on Friday, and Friday night we were measuring everything up so that Saturday we get all the you know, the bits, you know, for the shelving and stuff, the wood and the metal. What I'm planning to do to maximize the space is do the shelving all the way up to the ceiling the way I had it in my house, and then we did want to have like a section, a corner just for a photo shoot and to set up the backdrop and the lights. But then I thought, you know what, I don't want to use up wall space just for that. So instead, what I decided to do is be really, really efficient with the space. Sorry, that's my sister. Where was I? Yeah, so my smart self, I figured, why don't I get, instead of getting a standing backdrop holder, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a wall mounted one, but not a wall mounted one because it's not going on a wall, but a ceiling mounted one. So if I mount the backdrop to the ceiling, and you know, we'll be able to pull down the roll whenever we need it. So on the ceiling, right in the middle of the workspace, I want to put the backdrop mounted onto the ceiling that you can pull down, and opposite it I want to put the lights. And you know, so everything's just kind of on the ceiling, out of your way, and we still have the floor space, and we still get to use the walls for shelving. So that's how we're going to maximize the space, inshallah. And the small room we're going to use as an office for packing, you know, all the paperwork, because there's a lot of paperwork to do, a lot of computer work, because obviously it is, you know, fully registered limited companies, so there's a lot of like taxes involved, bookkeeping, you know, managing, you know, staff paperwork and supplier paperwork, manufacturers, designs, probably a mannequin so I can play around with some fabrics, some designs, and all these kind of things. Label printers, oh my god, there's just so much to do. Oh my god, there's just so much to do. But alhamdulillah, this, you know, it's a process, and I feel like as soon as I get into a new workspace and get all of this up and running, which right now, alhamdulillah, subhanallah, it just happened just in time, because we got the keys on Friday, and Friday night we were measuring everything up and get the builders in for Saturday, get the builders in. I think Sunday they can't come because it's like Easter, and then we've got Monday bank holiday as well. So it's, you know, it's amazing because then I'll get one day to fully set up as well after the builders have done everything they need to do. That's a little less pressure on me, because you know, I'd have to ship out every single day. I'd have to ship out on you know, Friday, on Saturday, and then ship out on Monday. But alhamdulillah, I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because it's Easter, and just you know, take those bank holidays. Postal service is not working, so you know, I can't really do nothing about that. I can pack the orders, that's about it. So I'm gonna have to catch up on the Monday, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So that's where we're at, and yeah, I'll document everything for you guys. Hopefully it will help you, hopefully it will benefit you, motivate you, inshallah. I'll probably share my mistakes so you guys don't have to make them, inshallah. That's the main thing. And yeah, just keep us traders in your du'as. because we work really hard. Yeah, and it's mainly to provide services to you guys, provide products, inshallah, innovate within the industries for the Muslims, so that we can have, you know, good quality things like everybody else does, and good quality services as everybody else does, even though mine isn't 100% right now, I know, but guys, trust me, I'm doing it to get it to that, okay, inshallah. You know, you have to sacrifice a little bit sometimes. I wish, some of you guys are very harsh on me. Some of you guys are really, really harsh on me. I wish you guys could see sometimes the struggle, wallahi, like the struggle is real. But yeah, keep us in your du'as, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in the businesses of, you know, the brothers and sisters out there. They're working really, really hard to, you know, make a living for their families, but, you know, also to provide the best services to the ummah. And yeah, keep us in your du'as, inshallah, and inshallah I'll share the rest with you guys soon. Assalamu alaikum.